Hi everybody, I'm Amanda, Doctor of Physical Therapy with FitnessBlender.com, and welcome to day 5 of the 5-day FB Strong Challenge. So now, before we get into the details of this workout, I want to make sure that I tell you about two things. One is that there is a new 4-week version of this challenge that uses all unique, exclusive workouts, and it is available with an FB Plus membership or with the purchase of a Plus Pass. So that's number one. Number two, I want to tell you about my favorite feature on the Fitness Blender website, and that is your ability to make routines. And if you're anything like me, you really like a good routine. So you can make a 2-week long routine or an 8-week long routine, and you can choose whatever Fitness Blender workouts you want to put into that routine. And one of the fun things about that is that a few months from now, you can look back and say, hey, look at this routine that I did. You know what? I'm going to repeat it. So if you haven't made a routine yet, I highly recommend that you check that out. So now let's get into the details of this workout right here. Today, I have for you a lower body strength with Pilates core finisher. So we've got 2 rounds of lower body strength. And in each round, there's 5 exercises that we're going to repeat twice each. Then after that, we're going to go into our Pilates core finisher. We've got 8 exercises there. We're going to work for 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. With our lower body strength, we're doing 40 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And with the Pilates portion, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and no repeats. I also have a warm up for you. I have a cool down. We will talk about modifications throughout the routine, and there are 2 water breaks. So I want to make sure that you get a bottle of water, and while you're at it, also grab some weights and grab a mat. And other than that, let's get after it. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Lay out your mat, have your water bottle off to the side, have your weights off to the side as well. I'm going to get our timer going for our warm-up. Okay, so we've got about 8 seconds. Let's go ahead and just start moving our shoulders. Our first move in this warm-up is a boxer shuffle. All right, here we go. Let's just start shuffling those feet. Start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and mentally preparing ourselves for the workout we're going to do today. So we've got 10 moves in this warm-up. We're only repeating them once, and each move is 35 seconds long. That additional 5 seconds beyond my usual 30 seconds is just to help with transition time. Alrighty, let's do some hamstring scoops. Stick one heel out and scoop, and go ahead and get your arms involved in this as well. Because even though this isn't a upper body workout, our arms are gonna have to hold some weights. So let's go ahead and just warm those guys up too. Big deep breaths. Excellent. Wide stance. Maybe have your toes pointed out ever so slightly out at an angle. And we're going to do some lateral lunges. All right, so one leg stays straight while the other leg bends. And think about almost like the leg that's bending. It's kind of like a squat, right? So our hips are going back. Our knee is staying in line with the toe. It's staying behind the toe. And we're squeezing our glutes on the way back up. One more for good luck. All right, let's do 3 trunk rotations and then a knee. So rotate, rotate, and then a knee on that 3rd trunk rotation. Rotate, rotate, knee, rotate, rotate, knee. Good job. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and when you bring that knee to elbow, tighten up that belly a little bit. Let's get those abs warmed up too. All right, right leg swings. Here we go. So have your right leg as straight as is comfortable to get a good stretch in the back of that right thigh. Keep your belly engaged. And when you bring that right leg up, bring the left hand to meet it with the right arm swinging back. Few more seconds. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Left leg swings now. If you need to if you need to stand by a wall and hold on to that, or stand by a countertop to help maintain your balance, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Nothing wrong with that. Good. Feel a good stretch in the back of this left thigh. Keep going. All right, squats, just regular old squats. I'm not gonna go down very far. To start out with, again, this is just a warm-up. But I am gonna push down and out with my feet, and my belly's engaged, and I'm squeezing my glutes on the way back up. My knees are in line with my toes, and they're behind my toes as well. Very good. Arms up, and you're gonna slap the ankle with the opposite hand. And breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And engage that belly as that ankle comes up. We only have a few more exercises left in this warm-up, and then we're going into our lower body strength. Get excited. Keep breathing, chest up tall. Excellent. Now, catching my breath. All right, now we're just gonna do some quick hamstring curls. So I'm gonna stay light on my toes. And I'm using the back of my thigh, my hamstring muscles, to bring my heel up to my hip. And I'm thinking about pointing my knees kind of down and back, and I'm getting a little stretch in my quad muscles too. Keep going, a few more seconds. All right, jumping jacks, last move in this warm-up. Just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is probably the most impact that we're gonna do in today's routine is these jumping jacks. But feel free to take the impact out, right? You can always do this. That's all good too. Great work. Okay. My heart rate's up there already. Good job. All right. If you want to take a quick sip of water now, go ahead and do that while I switch the timer over to get into our workout. Okay, we've got 8 seconds. The first one is a deadlift, but a single leg deadlift. So grab your weights. All right, so we got our left foot and our right foot back at an angle, kind of like a kickstand, okay? And we're just doing our regular deadlift. Let me face this way for you. So I'm holding 20 pounds. That's just for your reference, not a guideline. My belly's engaged, and I'm sticking my butt straight back behind me as I go down, squeezing the glute on the way back up, pressing through my heel. Do one more for good luck. All right, we're gonna do that again. So about 80% of my body weight is through my left leg, about 20% through my right toe. That's kind of like my kickstand. Okay, here we go. Second set, nice and controlled. A majority of the body weight through your left heel. So it's not through the middle of your foot, it's not through your toes. And as you're coming up, you're pressing down through that left heel and squeezing that glute. And also as you're coming down, you should feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstring. Engage the belly, keep your back flat. You don't want any sort of rounding going on here, so none of this, okay? Stick your hips back behind you, squeeze them up. Excellent. I'm gonna face this way. Exact same thing, 2 rounds, but on the right side. So our left foot's our kickstand. We're focusing on this right-hand side now. And here we go. Down, press through the heel and squeeze the glute to come up. And press and squeeze. Belly engaged. You're breathing and your spine is straight. And again, just 80% through your right foot now, 20% through your left toes. It's just there as a kickstand. Great work. Let's take a little break. Catch your breath. We've got another round of those. And here we go. Squeeze it up. Control it down. Squeeze it up. Hips back behind you, spine straight, belly engaged. In through the nose, out through the mouth with your breathing, no holding your breath. Really picture that right glute and the right hamstring doing all the work here to get your body back up. And one more for good luck. Excellent. Okay, sumo squats are next. I'm gonna keep this weight. It's 20 pounds. I feel like this will work. If not, I'll switch it out. All good. All right, wide stance. I'm gonna have my toes turned out, almost like a wide second position in ballet, if you're familiar with that. And then we're coming on down and squeezing it up. All right, make sure your belly's engaged. All right, and we're breathing. I'm gonna face this way. So now as I'm coming down, I'm not sticking my butt super far back behind me. I'm thinking about more dropping my tailbone down to the ground. And one for good luck. Okay. Breathe. Change out your weights if you need to. I'm gonna stick with this. One more round of these sumo squats. And here we go. So dropping the tailbone down and squeezing the glutes back up. Dropping the tailbone down so we're not here. And up. Drop it down. Squeeze it up. Take your time with this. These moves, it's not a race. Adjust your feet if you need to, if something's feeling off. Readjust the shoulders if you need to. It's your workout. Let's do one more. All right, all right. Calf raises are next. I am gonna switch on my weights so I can hold 2 weights. Okay. Our feet are going to be parallel to each other, and we're lifting our heels up and slowly down. Lift them up, slowly down. So go ahead and squeeze your glutes together, and go ahead and tighten up the front of your thighs and engage your belly. Have your shoulder blades down and back, and think about going just straight up towards the ceiling and slowly lowering the heels back down. Keep going, up and down. Good stuff. FYI, 10 pounds in each hand here. Catch your breath. One more round of those. Again, keeping those feet parallel to each other. And here we go. Lift those heels all the way up. Don't fall forward like I almost just did. And then back down. Control it up, control it down. So while our belly is tight and while our butt's tight as well, really envision those calf muscles now. Contracting to just lift your whole body right up off the ground. Keep going. A few more seconds. Okay, next up, we're gonna do a wall sit. You can use weights, you can go without. If you don't have a wall, just come down to a squat position and hold it. That's totally fine to do here. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, got my feet out in front of me, I'm coming down, I'm gonna aim to get my thighs parallel with the floor. My back is flat against the wall. My belly's engaged. And I'm breathing. No tension in the head, neck, and shoulders. And I've got this weight. I'm gonna roll it up a little bit closer to my hips. That makes it a little bit more challenging. So I've got a 10-pound weight sitting here on my thighs. If you wanna hold a weight out in front of you, you could do that. You could hold it here. Excellent, one more set of those. You could hold 2 weights by your sides. You could do no weight at all. So there's a lot of ways to do this wall sit. Breathe. Okay, coming back down. So now for those of you that maybe your knees feel a little funky with wall sits, you don't have to come down as far as I am. Like, I think my thighs are relatively parallel to the floor. You don't have to be this far down. You could literally be up here. And this is still really good work, okay? Your quads are still working, they're still strengthening, and that's what we want here. All right, so you choose the level that's right for you. But again, belly engaged, you're breathing, and you're focusing on these guys, holding your body upright. You can do this. A few more seconds. Excellent work. I'm gonna get myself out of that position. I'm gonna put my weight down, and there we go. All right. Round 1 of lower body strength, done. Check that off the list. Let's have a quick sip of water and then come back in just a few seconds for round 2. Okay, everybody, let's head right on into round 2. I'm gonna get our timer going. Go ahead and grab your weight. We're gonna do a goblet squat for this first round. All right, so I'm gonna hold 20 pounds. I'm gonna hold it like this. I'll face this way for you, and I'm dropping my hips down and back. And then I'm coming right on back up, squeezing my glutes to get myself back up. Dropping it down, squeezing it back up. I'm going really slow and controlled right here because I want to make sure that because I'm holding weight out in front of my body, that I have good form. Because if not, I could be at risk of injuring myself. Excellent work. 15 seconds of rest. We've got one more round of those. This routine's going by pretty quickly. This is good. And I'm feeling good, and I hope you're feeling good too. Here we go. Second set of goblet squats. Drop your hips down and back. And squeeze your glutes to come back up. Pressing down through the heels of your feet. Think about pressing the floor down and away from you That just gets those glutes to kick in even more. Engage the belly. Use those upper abdominals to connect the ribs down to your hips, okay? I talk a lot about that in my Pilates videos, that rib to hip connection. Keep going. Good work. All right, reverse lunges. And let's see. We'll do that. All right, I'm gonna hold 10 pounds. I'm gonna do, sorry, I'm getting myself confused. Right leg is gonna stay stationary. My left leg is gonna go back. All right, so we've got 2 rounds of these reverse lunges with our right foot being stationary. And then we've got 2 rounds with our left foot being stationary. If at any point you want to increase your weights or decrease your weights, do that. You want to drop the weights altogether, that's okay too. Good job. Catch your breath. Big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, right foot back in front. Left foot steps back and then come back up. So now remember, I'm going to talk about form here with the right, or with these lunges, okay? So you want to keep your belly engaged. You want to keep your chest or your heart basically facing straight ahead. Make sure that your right knee is behind your toes and it is in line with your toes. So you don't want to do a lunge where you're here or doing something else, okay? All right, I'm gonna switch. We've got 2 rounds with the left foot staying still. So knee in line with the toes, knee behind the toes. That's for the stationary leg. The back leg. The back leg, you're not putting a whole lot of weight through it as you come back, but you are putting just enough weight through that toe to be able to push yourself back up to standing. All right, so I would say on the way back up, I would say maybe about 50% through the stationary leg, through that glute and hamstring and quad, and about 50% through this back leg to help you come back up. Okay, one more round of those. So now let's say that your knees or maybe your back or your hips aren't a big fan of lunges. You can keep it shallow right here. This is really good too, okay? So now bringing my right foot in and out is a little taxing on your balance. So if this is challenging, if this is just not happening because your balance isn't there today, you could hold onto a wall or a countertop, or you could just stay and do a static lunge like this. All right? You don't have to step in and out of it. You could just make it a static lunge up and down. That's totally fine to do. One more for good luck. All right, okay. Let's do, I'll hold these. So gonna hold on to my 10 pounds. We're gonna do calf raises. This time our toes are turned out. And here we go. Up and down. So similar to our previous round of calf raises, but only our toes are turned out. So our chest is still up, our belly's engaged, our shoulder blades are down and back. We're squeezing our glutes, our knees are straight, and we're envisioning these calf muscles engaging and contracting to lift our body up right towards the ceiling. Excellent work. Take some big deep breaths here. Few more seconds. All right, last set of calf raises with our toes turned out. Keep going. Increase the weights as needed, decrease them as needed. This is your workout. You're taking the time out of your day to be here, so get the most bang for your buck. Good work. Engage the belly, squeeze the glutes, shoulders back. Excellent, excellent. All right, I'm gonna switch out my weights. Let's do that. Okay, so deadlifts. All right, I'll face this way. I'm holding a 30-pound weight, and these are just kind of regular old deadlifts, okay? So we've got an even amount of weight through both feet. As the weight comes down, our hips go straight back. We feel a little bit of a stretch in the hamstrings. And then we push our body weight through our heels and squeeze our glutes to get back up. Spine is straight, belly engaged. Make sure your spine isn't rounding. Good job. We have one more round, and then we have about a water break. And then we've got our Pilates core finishers. And then our cool down. So we are more than halfway done, I'd say. All right, here we go. Drop it down, squeeze it up. Or I should say drop it down. I should say control it down, squeeze it up. Keep those weights pretty close to your legs, okay? You don't want them going too far out in front of you. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hammies to come back up. We are almost there. Keep those shoulder blades down and back on the rib cage. Keep that chin tucked in. All right, I'm gonna do one more for good luck. Great work. Let me put this weight away. Okay, let's take another quick water break, and then we're gonna come back for our Pilates core finisher. So I'm wearing sneakers right now. I'm gonna take them off for this next Pilates bit, okay? If you wanna take your shoes off, by all means, go right on ahead. And yeah, I will see you back here in just a few seconds. Okay, everybody, let's roll right on into our Pilates core finisher and then our cool down, and then we're good to go for today. So go ahead and lie on down. Like I said before, if you want to take your shoes off for this, by all means, I did. I'm just more comfortable doing it that way, but you do you. So let me get the timer going. Okay, let's go ahead and start out down on our hands and knees. We're going to do a bare knee lift. Okay, so in our quadruped position, tuck the toes underneath you, lift the heels up off the ground, and we are holding this. So this is more of an isometric hold, and you're breathing. Your shoulders are strong. You're pushing the floor away from you. Your belly's engaged, and your spine is nice and straight. Now, if you'd rather do some repetitions here, and come in and out, tap the knees down and come up. You can always do that as well. Okay, let's lie ourselves down and bring our legs up to tabletop position. Our toes are together, our knees are out. We are in a diamond shape with our legs, and we are just doing a single leg toe tap with our knees out. So now, as We're bringing our leg up. Think about engaging that inner thigh to help you bring that leg up. Your back is flat on the floor, your belly's engaged, head, neck, and shoulders are curled up off the ground. Great work. Let's roll over onto our right-hand side. We're moving right along. 30 seconds is not a long time. Okay, so we've got our oblique crunches now. So, hand behind head. Your right arm is nice and strong against the floor, and you're using your oblique to bring your knee up towards your elbow. And you are bringing your elbow a little bit down towards your knee. You're also kind of rocking back just a little bit onto your hip, okay? So you might feel a little bit of discomfort as your muscles dig into the ground. That's okay. Excellent. Let's flip on over. Yeah, this core finisher is going to fly right on by. Over to our left side. Okay, and here we go. So we're lying on the left, but we're working that right oblique. So I might have said that a little bit differently. So we're doing both sides. So I guess it doesn't really matter which one you do first. But here's our right oblique that we're working now. Make sure you're not sinking into your left shoulder. And make sure you're not flinging your legs up. Use your muscles to get your legs up, okay? All right. I'm gonna face this way again. We're gonna have our toes on the ground. Toes on the ground, our legs are gonna be in that diamond shape, arms up overhead. We're coming up into a roll up position here, and then rolling ourselves down one vertebra at a time. Belly engaged, exhale, come up tall at the top, and then control it down. So now in this position, our inner thighs are working, and I want you to think about keeping your knees in line with the shoulders, maybe just a little bit further out from the shoulders. Whew, okay. Next up, oh, this one's a fun one. Come into a plank position. Let's take your right leg, bring the knee into your chest, drop it out to the side, like this. Bring that left heel to the ground, right arm up, and then you're either gonna hold the position in a static fallen triangle, or you're gonna do little hip dips like this, pulsing up and down, working that right oblique, or all the way down and all the way up. Up to you. Good job. Same thing over on the other side. I'll face this way. All right, left knee into the chest. Bring it out to your side. Right heel down, right arm up. You can either hold it, do your little dips, or big dips. Up to you. If this just feels too funky, bring that left leg lower to the ground and just kind of do more of a regular side plank. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, one more boat pose and then heading into that cool down. All right, come on back into that tailbone, one leg up at a time. Glue those inner thighs together. And you're reaching your hands out towards your toes. Engage the lower belly. So the area below your belly button. Engage it, pull it up and in. Shoulder blades down away from the ears. And there we have it. Very, very good. That was our Pilates core finisher. That went by very, very quickly. That was a lot of changing positions and everything. So, okay, next we get to do our cool down. So I'm gonna switch our timer one more time for a well-deserved cool down. Oop, I didn't hit start. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead, actually, let's start out standing, okay? Let's have our legs wide. And I'm gonna start stretching out my right inner thigh right here, my right adductor. So I'm just kind of in a lateral lunge position. I'm resting my forearm on my thigh. And this is where I'm going to hang out. You can even kind of come up out of it and hang out here, hands on hips, whatever feels good. Also, do not feel like you have to do everything that I do in this cool down. This is a guideline. So if you want to do what I'm doing, awesome. If you have your own set of stretches, switch over to the other side, left side stretching now. If you have your own set of stretches or moves that you like to do for a cool down, feel free to do that. You can just use my timer as a guideline. You don't have to, when it comes to the cool down, you know, this is when you get to do what feels good for you. Just don't skip it. That's all I ask. Don't skip the cool down. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. Let's stretch our right quad. Yes, this is my right side. There we go. So I'm kind of tucking my tail underneath me. I'm pushing my knee down and back while I am pulling my heel towards my hip. You're gonna have a soft bend in that left side as well. You should just feel a good stretch on the top of this right thigh. All right, let's switch, same thing. Left side. Soft bend in that right knee. Tuck your tail underneath you. Push that left knee down and back. And pull that heel to your hip. Taking big, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You know, let that neck kind of relax. We didn't do an upper body workout per se, but our arms and our shoulder girdle were holding weights, so they got a little bit of work done. Let's go ahead and sit on down. I'm gonna bring my right foot out, or my right leg out long, left foot like so, and I'm just stretching out my right hamstring now. If you want to kind of rotate your trunk a little bit here, that feels good for you, you can do that. And just aim your heart towards your knee. Feel a good stretch in the back of the thigh. Excellent, let's switch. So left leg out, right foot on the left inner thigh. And here we go. Big deep breaths. Letting everything start to chill out. Big deep breaths in and out. Alrighty, let's take our right ankle. Yep, right ankle on top of the left knee. Our chest is up tall, and we are getting a good stretch now through our right hip. So while we're here, you can slowly rock kind of side to side. Or if you find one spot that you really like, you can just hang out there. Excellent, let's switch. Left foot on the right knee, chest up tall, rock side to side. Okay, let's come on up to a kneeling position. Let's have our left foot out in front, right leg back behind, and let's reach up and over to our left side, stretching out the front of our left hip specifically, but you might also feel a little bit of a stretch higher up or even lower down. And you're just breathing. All right, I'm gonna switch sides. And left side being stretched now. Left arm up and over to the right to feel a good stretch in the front of our left body. And we're breathing. And right about now, our heart rate should be a little bit calmer. And also right about now, you should start thanking your body for all the cool things that it's able to do for you. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's come on down. Let's just do one more stretch. Let's sit cross-legged. Let's take our fingertips. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe stretch a little bit side to side. And then let's come down. Reach those fingertips long out in front of you. Drop your head down. Let it be heavy. Big deep breaths in to get some length in your back. Take one more big breath in. Hold it for a second. And then blow it out. And use your hands to slowly walk yourself right on back up. Okay, everybody, that was our lower body strength with Pilates core finisher. So I really hope that you enjoyed this routine. I enjoyed creating it and doing it with you. And I also hope that you're enjoying this challenge too. So I will just say thank you so much for working out with me. You could literally be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me, working out with me, and I appreciate that very much. And also make sure that you appreciate yourself for making time to move. It's very, very important. So with that said, I'm Amanda, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Great job, workout complete.